What's up, Info Table volunteers? Thank you again for serving. In this video, I want to talk about the third thing that we ask you to do, the third simple task that will help you win every single week at the Info Table, and it's this: introduce yourself to anybody you don't recognize and answer any questions they might have. Introduce yourself to anybody you don't recognize and answer any questions they might have. And I know that one feels a little nerve-wracking at first, like anybody I don't recognize I'm supposed to introduce myself to. But here's the deal: if you don't recognize them, they almost certainly don't recognize you either. This is something I've learned over the course of the last few years of church planting. People I don't know, they know that I don't know them. And so even if they know who you are, they know that you don't know them. And so just introduce yourself to them. And this serves a couple purposes. One, it's incredibly welcoming. It makes sure that people, even who've been to Revision for a few months, feel like, hey, I'm noticed and I'm seen here. And it creates the kind of community and the kind of atmosphere that we want to create. But it also ensures that it's harder for guests to sneak past you. There are some guests who will self-identify and they'll come up to you. They'll be like, all right, this is my station. I'm going to meet this person with the name tag on. I'm going to ask them questions. And there are others who are a little bit nervous to do that. But if you reach out and introduce yourself to people that you don't know, then it's really, really easy to catch a lot more guests that way. Like, hey, I don't know you. Oh, that's because this is my first time. This is your first time. Let me grab you an info packet. Let me help you get to where you need to go. And so that's one of the best possible ways that we can capture guests and make sure we get questions answered and get information into their hands, is for us to introduce ourselves to anyone we don't know. It creates a welcoming atmosphere. It shows and shares the love of Jesus, and it makes sure we get questions answered so that guests are less nervous and have less questions and less wondering and less distractions going on in their heads that could keep them from having a great experience where they crash into Jesus. So it's super important. Introduce yourself to anybody you don't know. And even if they have been around Revision for a while, guess what? You meet new people, and it's a great chance to do that. And here's how to do it. Real quickly, instead of asking, is this your first time at Revision? Or, hey, I don't know if we've met, are you new here? Simply ask this question: how long have you been around Revision? Because that puts people who've been there for 6 months that you just didn't meet into a position where they can tell you, hey, I've been here for 6 months, and not into a position of being offended like, I've been here for as long as you have, you just never met me. And so it's really, really nerve-wracking sometimes to navigate around that. But if you don't know them, they know that you don't know them. And if you simply ask them, how long have you been around Revision? It allows new people to identify that they're new, and people who've been around for a long time to meet you and connect with you. And so it's a win either way. Introduce yourself to everybody you don't know. Ask them how long you've been around Revision. And if they're new, answer whatever questions they have, and you're winning every single week at the Guest Info Table.